Erev Tov, everyone. So that's it. We're getting to Purim. If you were here 30-something days ago, I spoke about how in 40 days we're going to be in Purim, so it's coming. There's a great Hebrew book called Hamadrich Layamim HaKrovim, the guide for the upcoming days. So I'm going to give you shortly just the guide for the upcoming days. So starting 2 days from now, Shabbat morning, that's going to be the first thing we're going to do towards Purim. We have the mitzvah of hearing Zachor, the reading for Zachor. Haman, the bad guy from the Megillah, he also a descendant of that Amalek. We need to vanish from the world. So that's the first mitzvah. Everyone should come to shul in the morning and to hear. That's actually a mitzvah from the Oraita, from the Torah, to hear the reading of Zachor. This is when we start. And then Monday, we have the fast of Esther, which every year from the beginning, it's crazy to think like you actually read in the Megillah how she, I want to remind you just like briefly from the Megillah, she was like knowing Haman and Achashverosh basically decided to kill all the Jews. She want to go to convince Achashverosh, don't do that, convince Haman, like do something about that. So she's saying to Mordechai and all the Jews, fast with me, like don't eat anything, pray for me. I wanted to be succeed. We know how it ended, but at that time, everyone like taking part of it and just fasting. So this is what we do the day before Purim. We're fasting. This is Ta'anit Esther, Monday, and then Tuesday night towards all of Tuesday. That's going to be the Purim, the Chag itself. I'm going to speak about that in a second. But Wednesday it's also Shushan Purim, which I don't think like there's something special about like being outside of Israel, and also the majority of places in Israel there's nothing special. Beside of not saying Tachnun. This is what he said? Yeah, we're just not saying Tachnun. But in Yerushalayim, in Hebron, some places in Israel, all the places that were with walls at the time of the Torah, so they have another day of, either another day, depends where, or just they're celebrating that day of Shushan Purim. I used to live in Yerushalayim for 2 years, so we had basically 2 days of Purim because we went to our parents for Purim and then get back home for Yerushalayim, so we had a lot of Purim. And what do we do in Purim? So in Hebrew, we just say 4 mitzvot of the Mem. Just this is how you remember it like very easily. So we have first of all Mikra Megillah, reading the Megillah at the night at shul here, and in the morning there's variety of options, including women's reading and like choreography. I don't know how to call it, like the for kids multimedia reading. Yes. Okay, and regular reading and a lot of Haman and not Haman. So that's the first mitzvah. The second one is Mishteh, which we need to do a big Seudah and be happy with our friends. We have the option here to do that also in BT. I guess BT offers all the 4 options, so that's amazing. But you can do that at home also. And then two more mitzvot with the mem is Mishloach Manot, which is giving. How do you translate manot? I don't know. Gifts, portion, foods. Basically, it needs to be a minimum of 2 food items to at least one person. These days we do a lot more usually, but that's the minimum. Like just 2 items of food to one person to at least do that. And matanot levonim, which is basically tzedakah. So I want to bless us all that we're going to have a very happy and meaningful Purim. If you're doing it here, Bet Tefillah, so I know you're going to have it. But if you do it outside, I bless you with a happy Purim, everyone.